Go down to the description box right now to hear more Malcom, less Martin, my man Riz featuring Conway the Machine in its entirety in the description box right now exclusively on iTunes. Don't wait. Hit the button right now. Let's go. What's good and what up? It's your brother Sam and here at Viral Hip Hop News. Do me a favor, family, before we get started with the content. Y'all know what to do. Go up top and hit that like button. Alright, so Fat Joe, legendary rapper out of the Bronx, Don Cartagena, for those of you really Fat Joe fans. He was on the Angie Martinez show today. He had a great interview. In particular, he talked about one, Tekashi 6ix9ine. Now, if you have been living under a rock the last couple of months, you all know Tekashi 6ix9ine rise to fame has hit an abrupt halt due to the fact that he got caught up for racketeering charges by the feds, and now he's singing like a canary. He turned from a rap star to a singing star, and a lot of people have a lot of things to say about it. We all hear the rap term coming to mind when it comes to Tekashi 6ix9ine. A lot of people are saying it. A lot of people out there, when you see your various outlets, including us, giving commentary on Tekashi 6ix9ine and claiming whether or not he is a quote-unquote snitch, you see a lot of people claiming, hey, y'all ain't street niggas. If you ain't street dudes, you have no business talking on street issues, street things that is going on. But y'all also gave Tekashi 6ix9ine a pass to talk about street shit and sing like a bird. But nonetheless, Fat Joe, an OG in the game. We all remember his resume, know his repertoire. He's an OG now, like I said, so he's calmed down a lot. He has a lot to say about this Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. His first time publicly talking about it. Now, we all know that Fat Joe was one to try to help school Tekashi 6ix9ine early on prior to this happening. So I'm going to play a little bit of a clip of what Fat Joe indeed had to say, and then I'll come back with my 1-2. I'm not going to hold you any longer. Fat Joe, here we go. Let's go.
Try to do the right thing.
You tried to school Tekashi 6ix9ine. There's a video. Have you seen this?
Yeah, when I did it. But
he did a podcast, and he tried to school Tekashi 6ix9ine on what was going to happen to him. Mm-hmm. And it happened to him.
Because I thought he was a nice guy. And now we can't, he can't be my friend. He can't come around me ever again. You know what I mean? Those are rules. He crossed that line, you know? I don't even understand if I go to a club and they play his song. I'm keeping it a buck. Mm-hmm. Once you cross, I pray for people who cross that line. When they talk to the police and they snitch, I pray for them. I'm like, yo, that's cool. We can't be cool. Like, you over there, Utah. I don't know where you going. Please stay away from me.
I heard, I had Casanova here the other day, and we were talking about it, and Casanova was saying that, because I guess he subscribes to a similar way of thinking, but that he thought that he was going to be able to come back and make music because the way this business is set up, that people don't even care. Like,
well,
if he
I
just
believe
comes
it. I think the youth don't care. I think the youth don't care. Obviously, they don't care. They playing this music in the club and all that.
That's true.
Me, I can't.
Really? I mean,
I
get it.
die before you see me in a picture with Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not.
But before that decision,
talk to friends. Hey, the best thing I could tell you is I had one of my best friends ever. He was in the streets, and I used to beg him to get out of the streets. I'd be like, yo, I'll buy you a bodega. Let me buy you a sneaker store. Let me buy you, because I loved him so much. He made us laugh so much. He got caught. Dominicans came to me. They was like, Papa, your guy talking. I was like, yeah. Never said hello to him again in my life. He came home and tried to reach out so much. I can't even say hi. That's the rules. I don't want you to ever say nothing to me if I did that. It's a choice you make, So what I tell everybody is don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Because we all talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine, but there's some guys that's going to go to jail for 20, 30, 40 years from that's 20, 30, 40 years. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
It's a serious thing when you putting it, and then I don't know. I'm scared of everything. Like I've been going to the clubs promoting her every night. I've been in the clubs and I'm scared. Like I'm looking at people like, yo, these people telling everybody. Because even if you even me back in the day, I'm gonna be real with you. Do you really want the real talk? Or
because absolutely.
I'd have beat up the DJs if I was Fat Joe in the street and they would have played this guy music. I'd have beat him up.
You mean back in the day, Joe?
They can't play it. Back in the day, Joe, before rap, they couldn't even play it. Maybe even Fat Joe 10 years ago or something. I'd have been beating up the DJs and been like, yo, you can't play that. You can't, because I'm looking at what alleges to be street guys or gangsters or allegedly we think hustler drug dealers singing the guy's lyrics in the club knowing that the guy's on the newspaper, on the Daily News talking about he spilled the beans. That's some crazy, it's crazy to me.
Yeah. I find it fascinating, though, that you saw it, like, very clearly.
No, because I tried to stop him ahead of time. I knew what he was up against. Now, Bobby Shmurda, I think I'm going to walk around with a Bobby Shmurda jersey for keeping it real. I mean, I'm old school. I'm ready to make a fucking Bobby Shmurda tattoo in my ass.
All right, so that was Fat Joe's perspective on Tekashi 6ix9ine, and I'm very glad that he said and articulated it in the way that he did. Like I said, Fat Joe, an OG out here in the game, turning his life around, but make no mistake about it, still heavily involved in the streets. And what I mean by that is having his eyes and ears open to it and still following its rules as such. If you're going to be out here claiming to be street, you got to follow its rules. It's the only way around. When you got cats that are willing or up to doing 30 or 40 years because of your information and you're out here supposedly doing the same dirt, that's a huge no-no. You don't do that. You don't have to be a street dude to understand rules and regulations amongst the games that you play, and that just is what it is. Like I said, Fat Joe, being from the Bronx, being around this situation, it didn't even really feel like he was comfortable talking about 6ix9ine. He wanted to dead it all together the second Angie Martinez started speaking on 6ix9ine and how Fat Joe at first tried to help him, and Fat Joe was trying to, obviously he knew that they were cool at one point, but totally denounced this dude. He even talked about a childhood friend that he grew up with, knew was in some street shit, tried to take care of him, and eventually he ended up getting hit up and running his mouth, and he had to dead that. These people out here, these individuals that have to get involved into this street life, into situations, don't play games with it. I don't care if you were in it for a month, 2, 10 years, if you're out, doesn't matter. All rules apply. I'm very curious to see what Fat Joe thinks about Jay Prince. Not that I'm comparing Jay Prince or Tekashi 6ix9ine in any regard, because although a lot of people out here are saying that 6ix9ine snitched, including my brother O-God at Hip Hop News Uncensored, I'm not going to put that on our man Jay Prince quite yet. I do think he made a mistake jumping on social media, but maybe he was just trying to make a statement. Fat Joe being cut from the same cloth, just a different area. I would love to hear his perspective on it once the smoke clears a little bit. But y'all leave a comment in the comment section right now. Let me know what you think of this situation. As you can hear, I'm talking a little slow. I do apologize for that. Brother got his tooth pulled today. This shit is real, but I'm going to keep it moving, and I'll be ready to go tomorrow, Thursday, for the Uncensored Truth Podcast with my brother O-God over at Hip Hop News Uncensored. But y'all make sure y'all leave a comment in the comment section right now. Let me know what you think of Fat Joe's comments in regards to 6ix9ine. I know you guys are about tired of hearing about 6ix9ine. As of late, as am I. I think he has his trial set, or his court hearing set, for January of 2020, so we'll know his fate then. Till the meantime, we have people's perspectives, and I thought Fat Joe gave a great one, so I dropped it right here. Y'all let me know what you think. Also, in the description box, you will see links to our Twitter and IG, which you also see up top. And make sure you subscribe to all the movements. Myself, Sam Ant, S-A-M-A-N to the motherfucking T. Runs, Push Up with Sam Ant. The Wake and Bake podcast coming real soon. I think within the next couple of weeks or so. And you can catch that exclusively on Viral Hip Hop News, as well as the most underrated, most feared podcast on YouTube to date, the Uncensored Truth Podcast with my brother O-God over at Hip Hop News Uncensored. We'll be back on the airwaves Thursday, tomorrow. Can't wait. Of course, we are live exclusively now on the Uncensored Truth Podcast official channel. Make sure you check us out. Make sure you support. Also, hit us up on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and all major online outlets, because you will get uncut, raw versions of the Uncensored Truth Podcast in its entirety. Things that you won't hear on YouTube because it's just not safe to hear on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to all the movements so you can get all the content from your brothers O-God and Sam Man. Do appreciate it. Always trying to keep it raw, real, and uncut here at Viral Hip Hop News. Until next time, until next story, I sincerely appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I'm out of here, man. Peace.
The race that you belong to.
Hopping out the Lex, I felt like Malcolm X. Marching with the shooters like Martin Luther. 40 cal SK or the fucking Ruger. Don't ever question if I got the heart to
As
shoot
we
you.
walk